Coach, the way that you've been slow dragging on the ranch, the way that you've been chincing on Grandma Lily's chicken coop, Coach, we really need you to go easy on Grandma Lily. So this is going out as some kind of support for Grandma Lily. Message for Tim. Go ahead, turn that up. Yeah, I got it right here. Go easy on her, Tim. There is still time for you, Pastor, to repair IAG and do better. I know there is hope inside those farm gates. If you humble self enough to stop from drowning in deception, Pastor, let God in. Go easy on Lily. She raised you from a child. You made the choice to steal instead of earning yours. You had a chance to choose, but you chose to boost. So go easy on Lily. Go easy on her, Coach. Go easy on her. All right. Before I get into my reaction, I want to recognize those of you guys that have been active in the comments. Those of you guys that have been active, keeping that commentary flowing both ways. Let's keep that going. Definitely want to recognize you heavy Tim followers that have been in the comments talking about Captain, Schmapton, some captain you are. If you were a true captain, you wouldn't be bringing down another black man. And I'm like, hold on. First of all, I'm pretty sure that Tim is not black. Okay? All right. For those of us that have been longtime IAG viewers, if you go back to some of his previous videos, you'll find that Tim clearly declared that he is not African American. And he doesn't consider any of his close family members to be African American. He considers himself to simply be an American. And so it sounds like he does not identify himself as being black. And so how could I possibly be bringing down another black man when he's not black? At best, I'll be bringing down another American. But that's a stretch. That's really a stretch. You heavy worshipers, that's a stretch. But I hear you guys. I want you guys to know that I definitely hear you guys in the comments. I hear you guys. But I digress. Welcome back to the end game. Today I'm going to be providing my reaction to the recent IAG Farms video where they talk about putting the finishing touches on their home. I'm going to provide you guys with my reaction to that particular video. So the video starts with Megan determined. I'm not sure if it was her own determination or if Tim said, paint over it. Beautiful wreath. Paint over it. But she was determined to paint over that wreath, paint over the IAG with that chalkboard paint, as she calls it. I'm not sure who had the great idea to paint over that and apply chalk to an exterior wreath. It was a beautiful wreath. I think I spoke about the heart. I think I spoke about the love, the effort that was clearly poured into it by that unsuspecting subscriber, that unsuspecting donor. We talked previously about their choice to paint over it, and so I'm wondering, okay, why are we so determined to paint over that? Now, first of all, I'm like, well, you putting chalk, you decide to put chalk onto an exterior wreath, a wreath that is exposed to the exterior conditions, exposed to the exterior climate and elements. So I'm wondering who came up with that great idea. But secondly, I'm wondering, well, why are we painting over the IAG? I thought it was all about God. And so I'm like, well, maybe there's something that we're not seeing here. Maybe there's something that's not being said here. I mean, like, well, are we not allowed to accept gifts under the heading of IAG anymore? Could it be possible that everything really needs to come through Resurrection Ranch, LLC, the for-profit business, and they cannot accept any donations through IAG anymore? I'm not sure. I'm sure at some point our coach will divulge that for us. And then, of course, the other part of me is saying, well, hold on. Tim is talking about, he's talking about doing renovations. He's talking about doing a podcast. So could it possibly be that IAG, as we knew it years ago, but IAG of the past is no more? Is that possible? Could there be some breaking news coming soon? Later on in the video, there's footage of Megan, our beloved Megan, working diligently to whitewash that custom living room table, that custom table, working diligently to whitewash it, putting on several coats until she could fully cover up the wood grain and fully cover up the pattern in the table. Working so hard. And you could see in the background, the boys were in the background. You could see Tim in the background until he realized, oops, I need to slip away and not be caught in these shots sitting on my big old. But I'm like, well, Megan, holy moly, Megan. We know you already made breakfast. We know that you did your homeschooling. We know that you made the coffee. We know that you wrote on the cups. You wrote the inspirational messages on the cups. You've been working on that wreath painting. You're doing the whitewashing. In addition, you're babysitting or supervising the boys. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But maybe my coach slipped away. Maybe he didn't slip away in order to avoid the camera, but maybe he slipped away in order to go and tend to Tim, or excuse me, to tend to little Benjamin. After all, that's the least that he could do. All right, later on in the video, after applying a second coat of chalkboard paint to what was once a beautiful wreath, a beautiful welcome wreath that no one is ever going to see other than the boys and the animals. But after she applied that second coat and after she put some chalk into that too small space, she squeezed some type of message into the space, the only message that could fit. Although the IAGF perfectly fit into that space, putting the chalk in there didn't fit so great. But after she finished that, she informed us that she needed to get back to her whitewashing and applying her other coats of the whitewashing to the table. But not until after she finished her farm chores. Holy moly. Not after she finished her farm chores, because of course, Tim, your pastor Tim, was off editing. I'm sure he's off editing at that point. Maybe he slipped off to the Resurrection Ranch to do some filming. So Megan had to go about the business of the farm chores. Of course, as we watched, we noticed that considering that the boys are busy, considering that Megan was busy with the chores, we realized that Tim actually did stick around. He stuck around for the sake of operating the camera. You can see him, you can see a shadow of him holding little Benjamin on his hip as he maneuvered the camera.
What do y'all think, boys?
Looks good.
All right, y'all, it's the next day, and we're finally getting a chance to write on our little chalkboard section that we made. Me and the boys talked about all the different things we wanted to write on there. Some of the things were too long. This part of our project is complete, but we still have some whitewashing to do. But first, we're going to head out, do our farm chores, take care of the animals, make sure they're doing well.
And so we could see little Titus hauling that water hose, pulling it, getting his exercise, his workout for the day. And he's like, oh, well, Dad, I'm getting my workout. Dad, when does your workout start? You claim you work out every day, Dad. I'm on camera getting my workout in. Mama Megan, she's on camera climbing those bales of hay, getting her cardio in. She's on camera trying to jostle those bales of hay, getting her upper body workout in. But Dad, when do you get your workout in? But did you guys hear those sheep? Now you guys know sheep. They can't bite their tongues. If it's on their minds, they say it. Did you hear those sheep? They're talking about bah.
quiet as she.
I see. But I know you're gonna love
That bastard is back. That bastard is back. Trying to break Megan's back. Right? And they're thinking, man, that's some bull. They can only think it because we know that that's not in their diction. That's not in their vocab. But you know they were thinking, this is some bull. So, of course, they're like, yo, you lazy son of a bitch. Well, sheep phonics has to be can't be but you lazy son of a bitch. Tim doing Megan and the boys like that. But that's my coach. Now, as I mentioned, obviously we saw Megan scaling and tussling with the bales of hay and pulling and dragging the wagon and Tim skillfully handling the camera. And so now you heavy Tim followers, I can't wait for you guys. Get up in the comments. Don't wait, get up in there now. I can't wait to see, can't wait to hear how you guys defend Tim sending Megan up onto the hay. I can't wait to see how you guys defend Megan pulling that wagon, pulling that hay. I can't wait. Get up in the comments. I can't wait. Don't you wait. Get up in the comments now, you heavy, heavy Tim supporters. I want to hear your defense of your Pastor Tim on this one. Tell us about how much Megan loves to work like a mule, how Megan loves to struggle, how she loves to break her back. She loves the pain and the discomfort. Get up in the comments. Go ahead and defend your Pastor Tim. As usual, I can't wait. All right, at the end of the video, Megan showed us the finished product. She showed us that customized living room table that she painstakingly whitewashed while Tim was off somewhere sitting on his big old editing self. But she showed us the table. She spoke of how she had to put several coats on it. And I'm like, well, Megan, I guess we have to give you an A for effort because clearly you ruined a perfectly good table. Just like you ruined a perfectly good wreath, but I'm sure you were just following instructions. You were just towing the company line, being a team player. But now, Megan, I do have to advise you that you need to make sure that you do seal that table before it's ruined even further by the many fingerprints, handprints from the boys, including young Benjamin when he starts moving around. And of course, the hands, the frequent handling of my coach with those cursed hands.
I'm just going to give you a closer look now. Here it is. I just love how the whitewash transformed this coffee table. I mean, it was a beautiful wood table, but whitewashing it gave it just the look that we wanted. And I'm glad I went with the lighter whitewash because the wood grain really came out. It just pops. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It just looks so good. And the checkerboard pattern did disappear a little bit, but it still has a lot of character. And I think I almost just prefer this clean, kind of light, bright look. And I think it fits well with everything else that we have in our kitchen and living room. Obviously.
Well, that's it. That's it for my reaction. This was actually an IAG Farms video. I think it's about putting the finishing touches on on their home, something to that effect. But it's an IAG Farms video. It's not a Resurrection Ranch video. That's my reaction. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please chop it up in the comments. Tim, I expect to see you in the comments with your heaviest of heavy. You're gonna have to bring the heaviest of heavies on this one, Tim, because they got some big defense to do of you on this one. But please chop it up in the comments. I want to shoot out some love to my current subscribers. Thank you for showing me that love. Those viewers that have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing so that we can continue to shine that light. Until next time.